Ay da 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 da. Ay da 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 da. Ay da 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 da. Ya da 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 da. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom umvorach. Shabbat shalom wherever you are. Shabbat shalom lechulam. So if you want, you're welcome to write down in that little chat box, where are you sitting? Where are you from right now? I know Mike's parents are somewhere in the East Coast, is that right? No, yes, yes. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom lechulam. Shabbat shalom wherever we are. Shabbat shalom li velach. Last time. Yada da yada da da yada da 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 da. I da 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 da. Yada da yada da da yada da 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 da. I da 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 da. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom lechulam. Shabbat shalom lechol haolam. Shabbat shalom lechulam. Ay da 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 da. La 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 la.
Shabbat shalom, everyone. So beautiful to see all of you on this, at least for Berkeley, hot day. I know for those of you on the East Coast, we have to always say hot because it doesn't mean the same thing. I get it, but it's warm. Welcome, everybody. We are so happy that you have carved out this time for your heart and for your soul and for your being. And that's really what Shabbat is being. It's about taking a break from everything that keeps us busy, everything that keeps us distracted, everything that keeps us from being right here, right now. And it's a gift that our tradition gives to us. It's amazing, amazing. So we welcome you. We welcome you to arrive fully, to turn off the rest of the things that might be on your screen or desktop, to just really land. And maybe close your eyes if you're comfortable for just a second. Take a deep breath. Maybe one more. And we welcome you. I'm Julie. I use she, her pronouns. This is Jos. He uses he, him pronouns. We're the congregational leaders of Chochmat HaLev here in Berkeley. And Lior, who uses he, him pronouns, is also in Berkeley, though not in the same place that we are, who is our beloved musical director. And the three of us welcome you. We are also delighted tonight to welcome Anna Talhami as a special artist, a spoken word artist and poet, who will be bringing some beautiful and profound teaching and shortly. I want to mention that after our service is finished, if you want to stay on the call for 15, 30 minutes, there'll be a schmooze, a Shabbos schmooze, a way to connect with other people and to, just it's like a virtual oneg. So you're more than welcome to stay for that. I wanted to just let everybody know that next week, the 21st of August, we're having a really special Shabbat. We are, as you might imagine, deep in high holiday mode. We have really some amazing programming happening throughout the month of Elul, which comes in next Friday, Thursday night and Friday. And we are going to be gathering our ensemble of 5 people, social distanced, in the courtyard at Chochmat HaLev and live streaming the service to all of you at home. So it's at a different time, and you have to register to get the special Zoom link for just that night. So it'll be starting at 6 o'clock California time. And if you go to our website or click on the link that Steve just posted, we're all super excited to welcome you, and you'll need to register to get the special link. Okay, I think that's all the business. Jose, welcome.
Thank you. I just got back from San Francisco, which means I came up from downstairs where I was in San Francisco, and now I'm here with y'all. So thank you for your patience. 2 candles, one that illuminate our path and one that make us visible to others. We're going to light those candles, and as we do, I want to invite you to think about how your path looks right now. What do you see? What's clear? Where do you need a little light to show you the way? And what part of you is shining? What part of you is coming forth? What part of you is there to be seen? One light to help you see, and one light to help others see you. So that's my kavanah, that's my intention with these candles tonight. If you're lighting candles at home, please join me. And here we go. Bring in the light, bring in the light, send out a little light, send out a little light, and let's go in and offer up this blessing. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, Asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. Let there be light. Let there be grace, let there be beauty, and let there be community on this Shabbat.
Amen. So it's our custom to dedicate our meditation and prayer in the direction of someone who may be needing it, to an idea that is needing to come into the world. And we invite you to add into the chat at this time whoever you're dedicating this next hour of meditation and prayer to. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. We are honored and blessed to introduce our dear friend, Anna Talhami, who we have learned so much from, who is a light in this world. And thank you so much for sharing your words with us.
Hi everyone. Good Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom. This is called Aftershock. Aftershock. Tremor, noun, from the Old French, fear, terror, quaking, from the Latin, a trembling, terror. This is how trauma lives in the body. As the rumble and sting within skin, it is fed with disbelief. We feed it doubt without ever asking what it hungers for soothing. And the trauma begins to tremble. After shock, there is always shaking. After the earth's tremor and quake, a fear of the earth. But the land needs soothing, and so do its people. Communities gather, share stories, bring each other meals, begin to rebuild houses where houses can be built. After an earthquake, nobody tells us it didn't happen. After the ground opens, no one ever imprisons your family for mentioning it. When you turn your head away from your story, while it whispers to you, it rocks itself against your body, still murmuring, inside the living room with no ceiling, walls blown out, where you insist the quake wasn't that strong. This is how trauma lives in the body, as a buzzing, an electric spasm against the spine. You tell yourself, others have it worse, and they do, and so what? You tell yourself it wasn't that bad. You tell yourself you can't let your story speak. If you have turned away from your story, if you are wary of everyone you meet, go easy on yourself. This is trauma doing what it was designed when fed disbelief to do. If you are waiting to tell of what happened in a way that frees your breath, and no matter who you tell, no matter who believes you, you still feel the aftermath tremor, shaking inside your exposed skin. Consider this. Hold yourself tight and say, I believe you. I believe you. It happened exactly as you say.
Thank you, Anna. Shabbat Shalom, everybody. So if you come to my office here, there's wires going outside to the garden, under the tree, under the chair, above this, all mixed up, all together here, because I am so excited and so happy to introduce my good friends, Mr. Mike Perlmutter, who is sitting outside, and there's a glass between us, so we can just wave to each other. Hi, Mike. And we just had a 15 minutes reversal before we started, and just playing with him, and just that two instruments playing together in the same time with no delay, with nothing, and just so easy, just made my whole day already. So we are in for a treat. We're saying, hi da da da, hi da da da, hi da hi da da da. ay, 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 ay. So the sound of the clarinet, Mike, and those beautiful words, Shalom Aleichem, we welcome you home. Let's all gather together. Oh, we're calling you home. We're calling you home. We're calling you home. Oh, we're calling you home. We're calling you home. We're calling you home. Shalom Aleichem. Here we go. Shalom Aleichem. Malachi Shalom. Malachi Elyon. Look at somebody and tell them Boachem leShalom. Boachem leShalom. Malachi Shalom. Malachi Elyon. Malachi Elyon, we're calling you home together. Oh, we're calling you home. We're calling you home. We're calling you home. Oh, we're calling you home. We're calling you home. We're calling you home. Barchuni leShalom. Barchuni leShalom. Malachi Shalom. Malachi Shalom. Malachi Elyon. Seatchem leShalom. Malachi Shalom. Malachi Elyon. Look at somebody and tell them, let's try it together. Oh, we're calling you home. We're calling you home. We're calling you home. Let's start this Shabbat just with putting our hands on our hearts, if you're able, and with the sounds of all the sounds that are here to praise the guitar and the clarinet and our voices. Take a moment just to feel this gathering of good friends. Wherever you are, wherever you're from, whatever your thing is, if you want, this could be your home. Oh, we're calling you home. We're calling you home. We're calling you home. Oh, we're calling you home. We're calling you home. We're calling you home.
That's beautiful.
So sweet.
Wow. So sweet. Mike. Oh,
Yeah.
we love hearing you. Wow.
We miss you.
We miss you. So we have a few different pieces of the liturgy that invite us to think about the ways that the divine protects us. And this is a piece from Yedid Nefesh. It's called Higalena, where we're asking God to reveal itself to us and to spread a canopy of peace. And I wondered during this time, what are the words or the thoughts that have been bringing you peace or comfort? What are the words or the thoughts that are bringing you peace tonight? And let's offer up this prayer with your intentions and your words and your Torah, the teaching that you have to offer tonight, which I hope you'll add into the chat. Gale, 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 na ufros, habibi alai, sukat, Shalom Echa. Igale, gale, gale, na ufros, habibi alai, sukat, shalom echa. Just hum with us.
I'm getting all those private messages if Mike is going to play again. So yes. This is a time where we open our hearts and bodies and spirits and mind to the Shabbat, to the spirit of Shabbat. Whatever it is for you, it might be the spirit of rest and letting go, of renewal, of quietness. And we're going to welcome it with a song, with a prayer, with a guitar, with a clarinet, with movement, if you like to move. And we, of course, inviting you to make it your own, however you want to welcome your Shabbat. לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה. One more time. לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה. Okay, everybody, here we go. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת כלה B'nei Shabbat nekavel. Okay, everybody, let's see some dancers. Let's see, I'm going to put it on a gallery view so I can see you, because I want to see everybody. Oh, there you are. Okay, here we go. Okay. Hop, hop, yalla. Hop, hop, yalla. Hop. לך דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. Okay, this is your part, everybody. Here we go. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Everybody sing with us together. לך דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי, come on Susan, לקראת כלה, בני שבת. הופ, הופ, יאללה מייק, נגד. לך דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. Inviting you to open a door, open a window, open your heart, take a moment to welcome the spirit of Shabbat. Ooh, this is like a glimpse into the past. It feels so good, parts of it. Taking a moment to arrive into Shabbat. Boi beshalom, עטרת בעלה, גם ברינה ובצהלה, תוך אמונה עם סגולה. בואי כלה, בואי כלה, בואי כלה, בואי כלה, בואי כלה, בואי כלה. בואי כלה.
Thank you, Lior. Thank you for helping us welcome in that spirit of love. This week's Torah portion begins with one of the themes that we will explore in the high holidays. And it's one of the places in the Torah that says, you know, there's blessings and there's curses, my friends. What you gonna do? What you gonna choose? Note to self, choose blessing. We are in a blessing-curse sandwich. These are just two sides of a coin, if you will. And really the question is not whether we're going to choose blessing or choose curse, because we can't. We don't have any choice. Those things are just going to happen. I think what they mean, what the Torah means to say, is find blessing. Choose to give plenty of space to the blessings and go deep into everything that you experience and make it be a blessing. Now, this is not like some Pollyanna stuff. And I could have said a fouler word right then, but I see there's some small children, so I'm trying to behave myself tonight. This is real. This is the test of what our soul does with its experiences. Whether we will cave into our good fortune and think we somehow earned it, or if we are going to cave into our misfortune and think that we somehow deserved it. What we really have to do is just say, this is what is happening, and this is what I'm going to do with that energy. It's just energy. And where are we going to take it? Where are we going to point it? How are we going to sort it out? Now, most of us would choose blessing. It's kind of a no-brainer for most human beings. Most of us would choose easy, choose sweet, choose pleasant, choose yummy. And we tend to think of blessing as those things. So I don't know why the Torah really has to make a point of telling us to choose blessing. Seems to me that there must be a deeper meaning to it. And so I was thinking about this, kind of puzzling over the blessings and the curses, quote unquote, of my own life and what I've done with them and where they've made me better and where they've made me worse and where I've gotten lazy and where I've gotten strong and where I've gotten busy and where I've gotten, kind of complacent. And I was thinking in particular about blessings, like how easy it is to forget, how easy it is to ignore them when they're small. So just the fact that, I've got clean running water coming out of my tap, it's really good to take a moment and remember that. This is part of the blessing practice of before you eat a meal, right? Before you put your feet on the ground in the morning, before you, when you see a beautiful thing like that. Is that a cockatoo? What is that? Yeah, cockatoo. When you see cockatoo in your Zoom lineup for Shabbos, when you have a cockatoo come to Shabbos, you should say a blessing. And I've got a pretty good blessing practice, but yeah, look at that! Oh my gosh, this is a first. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shechianu v'kiyamanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. I've never had a Shabbos cockatoo. Gewalt. So awesome. So I've got a pretty good practice around blessing. I try to be mindful of them. I try to not take the everyday blessings for granted. And, I can cave so easy to a curse, though. Still, even with all of that blessing padding on me, it's easy to cave to a curse. And I was reminded of one of my favorite teachers, Reb Zusha, who was known for his impassioned, intuitive way with Jewish wisdom and practice. And there's a famous story about him when people would come bring problems to him. And he would sit very, is it impassively or passively? He would just sit and go like this. Tell me a little more. And this was kind of odd because Zusha was a guy who was very out there with his emotions. He'd listen to the problem and he'd say, excuse me a minute. And he'd go into the next room, close the door, and he'd be in there for a little bit of time. Every once in a while they'd hear something like coming from that room, or they'd hear a little thumping. And the person would be sitting there going, I don't know what's going on. And eventually Zusha would come back out and he'd say, I had a thought. Have you considered such and such? I was thinking maybe you might want to such and such. And the guy, one time after the other, spot on. he would just hit it every time, the exact right thing to say to that person. And you'd see the stress fall out of their face and their eyes would turn up and you could see their body relax and they'd say, oh thank you, my Rebbe, thank you so much. And they'd be so relieved because he would have given them a key to this trauma that they had not been able to unlock. So one day, little Chavala, she's a pistol, this kid. She comes with her mom to bring one of these problems to Reb Zusha, and she sneaks off while they're talking because she's going to find out what the heck goes on in that room. And she's like a sprightly little kid. She climbs up and pokes her little nose right in the corner of the window where there was a little crack between the drape and the room. And she could peer in. What she sees is like, what is he? This guy's a nut. What's he doing? He comes in, and the first thing he does is burst into tears, which he kind of tries to stifle. And then he gets mad, and he like pulls his beard, and he goes, "Ugh!" He's so enraged. And then he thrashes around a little bit, and then he picks up a Torah. He picks up a Chumash, the book version of the Torah, and he just smacks his face right into the open book. Just plops his face right in there and holds it next to his face for a minute, pulls it off of his face. His face is streaked with tears and he's all red, kind of mops his face up a little bit, straightens himself out and walks back out in the other room and then does what he always does. Have you thought about this? I was wondering if you might want to try that. Maybe you should ask so-and-so. And boom, again, the key, the lock, the relaxation, the yes. She came back a little bit later, Chavala did, and said, Rebbe, I need to talk to you. He says, yes, Chavala, what? She said, I saw what you did. I saw what you were doing in the room, and I need to know what's going on. He says, oh, Chavala. When I'm listening, I'm just listening. I'm not judging, not thinking. I'm just really, really listening. So when I was sitting with your mom, I was just listening. I have to go in the other room so then I can feel what she just told me. I have to feel it as close to the way she feels it. But I'm not feeling her pain. I'm feeling the pain. And it's not my problem, which makes it a lot easier for me to find the answers. That's what you need, Chavala, in life, is someone you can tell everything to. Someone who will listen to you and who can stand just a foot outside of your pain and show you the door. When you're looking for friends, when you're looking for a spouse, when you're looking for a community, look for people who can really listen. It's not a magic act. I don't have a direct line to God. I just have a direct line to my heart. And I have a great, great love for my fellow human beings. Chavala understood. It's that trauma that Anna was talking about earlier. You have to know how to tell the story of your trauma in order to find the blessing in your trauma. Not a blessing like, oh, it was all for the best, but a blessing like there's some part of you in there that has wisdom and strength and resiliency and power, that there's some part of you in there that has a story to tell, that has an inspiration to give, that has a fire to light. There's some part of you in there that must not be denied. And so when we are asking ourselves, what are these things that are blessings and curses? What are these things that we're going to choose? Choose the blessing in everything. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Taking this time of the service to reconnect to our good hearts. So I want to invite you, even before we jump into the song, to, if you're able, to put your feet on the ground, and if you're in a comfortable seat, or wherever you are, on bed or in the kitchen, just to get comfortable, and just to take a minute to feel your good heart. If you want to put your hand on your heart, you can do that. We're just noticing this mysterious thing we have in us, this heartbeat that keeps going as long as we're alive. Taking all the prayers we pray today and all the teachings, all the melodies and the words, and all of them are eventually an act of love. So this prayer is all about that, ahava rabba, which means a never-ending resource of love. That's right, we need somebody that we can speak to and hear us and hold us when we're very, very excited and happy and we're very sad and broken. So this song is about that there's something there that holds all of us. It's not always easy to find. So this song is like a reminder. Ahava rabba, ahava rabba, ahava rabba, ahavtanu, ahava rabba, ahava rabba, ahava rabba, ahavtanu, 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 Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Eloheinu. Let's sing it together. Ahava rabba, ahava rabba, ahava rabba, ahava rabba, ahavtanu, ahava rabba, ahava rabba, ahava rabba, ahava rabba, ahavtanu, 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 Adonai Eloheinu. So inviting you just to take literally a couple of minutes to think of a moment in your life, we did this many times before, that you felt completely loved. Maybe by your mother, maybe by your father, maybe by your uncle or grandmother or grandfather, maybe by your dog or your cat. And maybe if you had this experience with being held by God. And maybe if you never had that experience, just imagine how would that feel, to feel completely held. Secure and safe. Just allow yourself just to tap into that place. How deeply you have loved us. How deeply you have loved us. How deeply you have loved us. Adonai Eloheinu. How deeply you have loved me. How deeply you have loved me, all of me. How deeply you have loved me. Shekhinah imenu. Ahava rabba. Ahava rabba. Ahava rabba. Ahava Rabba. Sing with us. Ahava Rabba. How deeply you have loved me. Ahava. Ahava. How deeply you have loved us. How deeply you have loved us, all of us. How deeply you have loved me. Adonai Eloheinu. Taking our attention a step deeper into the Shema. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shekhinah Achad, Shekhinah Achad. In this part we take everything, all of it, and again wrapping it with a lot of love. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. Invitation to love life and God and this crazy, beautiful thing we are in with all your heart, with all your being, with everything you are. ואהבת, I know there's some dancers for this one. את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאוד. Love upon love upon love upon love upon love. Love upon love upon love upon love. Love upon love upon love. Love upon love upon love upon love. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל מאודך upon love, בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל love upon love upon love, love upon love upon love, love upon love upon love, love upon love. You can go to gallery view for a second and say hello to somebody with love upon love upon love. Send somebody a heart. Love upon love upon love. Free hearts, free hearts. Love upon love wherever you are. Love upon love upon love. Love upon love upon love. Love upon love upon love. בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thanks, everybody. So we're going to take all of that light, all of those sparks that we've been able to raise, all of the heart opening, heart expanding moments, and we're going to send out our energy to everyone who is in need of healing. Healing of the mind or the body or the spirit. You know, it's an amazing thing to offer blessing for others and to hold others in our hearts. And sometimes it's also necessary to extend healing to ourselves, to our own hearts, to our own broken places. So whatever is calling to you, whatever part of you is needing some love and healing, and whoever you're holding close in your heart, let's send out some healing blessings. And we invite you, as we're singing, to add the names of those folks into the chat. In our own community, and I saw her earlier, Carol Suveda, we are thinking of you, Carol, with so much love, sending so much blessing to you. And also to the continued recovery of Fred Warner's dad, Ralph. And in our broader community, to Silva Tenenbein, to our good friend Michael McCormick, to our friend Sarale Barahuva, and to Chazan Richard Kaplan. Let's send them all some light. We're sending you light to heal you and hold you. We're sending you light to hold you in love. Sending you light to heal you and hold you. We're sending you light to hold you in love. shlema. Refuah shlema. Full, complete healing. Refuah shlema. We're sending you light. We're sending you light. Sending you Refuah shlema. May we and they soon know a time of full and complete healing. And let us all say, Amen.
Amen. Our thoughts turn to those who have died, those whose lives have touched us, have challenged us, have shaped us, have inspired us in some way. And most importantly, those who left a little bit of themselves in us to carry on, to keep looking at the world through the lens that they showed us, or to avoid the mistakes that they made. Death doesn't end relationships, my holy friends. Anybody who has lost a parent knows that. My mom's been gone almost 20 years now, and I swear that woman is still running my life. So the big question is, how do we continue our relationships with those who have died in body, given that we carry so much of them in us? And it's another question of blessing or curse. It's another question of trauma. How are we going to let that shake us? How are we going to let that cheat towards what is nourishing and strengthening and clarifying? So the tradition says the way we're going to do that is we're going to find something that we can praise on their behalf. And we're going to praise. Just using praise as the toolbox to open up our hearts and to take us to a place of depth and consciousness and connection even through death. So we invite you to put the names of those folks for whom you may be offering this praise poem as we send our communal condolences to Ida and Inette for the many losses that they've had this last month, including Ida's sister, Susan Feldman of blessed memory, along with the other 759,942 people who have died of COVID worldwide as of this morning. We invite you to use these words to raise yourself, either in body or in spirit. The Mourner's Kaddish will come up on your screen in a moment. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
Be'alma divra chirute v'yamlich malchute. B'chayechon uvyomechon. Uvchaye dechol be'Yisrael. Ba'agala v'zman kari v'imru. Amen.
Amen.
Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach leolam ul almei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitrumam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitale v'yitalal shmei dekudesha
Brichu.
La'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damiran be'alma v'imru.
Amen.
Yehi shlam Rabbah min shamaya v'chaim aleinu V'al kol Yisrael, v'al kol Yishmael, v'al kol Yoshvei Tevel, v'imru. Amen. O say shalom bimromav. Huya aseh shalom aleinu. V'al kol Yisrael, v'al kol Yishmael, v'al kol Yoshvei Tevel, v'imru. Amen. May the one who has created peace all around us inspire us, invigorate us, enliven us, encourage us to make peace here in our hearts, in our family, in our community, and in the world. And let us say, Amen.
Amen.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Thank you to every one of you for helping to sustain us with all of the light that you shine back to us. It's really amazing to receive all of the blessings that come through your eyes and your dancing and your full-throated singing. It's just such a gift. Thank you so much. Thank you, Lior, for your beautiful holding and facilitation of the heart. Really, truly. Mike Perlmutter! Woo! What a treat. Oh my gosh, I'm going to smile all Shabbos thinking about this. Thank you. And Anna, thank you for your words. They were deep and powerful medicine. Thank you so much. Steve, our Zoom wizard, who keeps things running so smoothly. Thank you. Thank you, Dorit, for welcoming so many people and for everything that you're doing. We have a board and a high holiday committee who are so busy right now. And we have a whole team of people who are helping us bring our high holidays to you live stream from our courtyard, and some amazing programming that's happening throughout the month of Elul and also during the 10 days. And we just want to offer our gratitude to everyone who is offering a program, organizing a program, and to all of you, what a treat you have waiting for you, a beautiful, beautiful journey these high holidays. So we're going to turn this over to Sherry to make a few announcements and tell you a little more about the high holidays, and we wish you a Shabbat Shalom.
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much, Julie and Joyce, for another beautiful service. Stay with us, everyone. We have a fun topic for a post-service Shabbat Shmooze. If you'd like to meet other people in small groups, we have a fun topic for today. First, just a few announcements. We have so many things coming up. We're just going to highlight 3 that are soon that we're particularly excited about. This weekend, this Saturday, Josh Kornbluth, very funny Berkeleyan, is giving a live screening of his film Red Diaper Baby, which is a film of his play, his award-winning play, filmed by the Sundance TV channel. So he's going to give an intro and a Q&A afterwards. Steve will slip a link about that in the comments. So if you're wondering what to do on Saturday night, you don't have any plans, come join us, have a laugh. It's about Josh being brought up to lead the communist revolution in America, and I think you will get a lot of laughs. Next week's Shabbat is going to have even more music than this week. Oh my gosh, it was so exciting to see Lior and Mike, to hear Lior and Mike playing together again. Get ready for musicians and our service leaders coming together in person at the Chochmat courtyard to sing and lead services. So we'll be live streaming next week at 6, a special time. And Steve will put a link to that in the comments. For that Shabbat, you'll need to RSVP to get the link. So please do. And don't wait. Don't miss it. Do it right now. Steve's going to pop that link, and while you're thinking of it, RSVP for next week so that you can join us. Are the links coming? I don't know if I see it. They are. Okay, great. And we have a beautiful suite of offerings for Elul, as Julie started to mention. So that Shabbat service kind of kicks off our official Elul offerings. Right after that, the following Tuesday, I believe, our member wonderful human, Carol Pertovsky, is going to lead a workshop on self-compassion and forgiveness. So Elul is this whole time period where we're moving into high holidays, and this kind of offering is going to help us get in the right headspace. So again, do not wait. While we're thinking about it, while we're talking about it, click that little link and join us for what will be a really meaningful way to start to get in the vibe of High Holidays. So those are 3 events we want to highlight of the many that are coming up over Elul, the High Holidays themselves, and the 10 days. Finally, I want to mention that if you liked what you heard tonight, there's a way you can help make more of those things happen. You can drop us some shekels very easily on our website or Venmo or PayPal, any of the ways. You can even mail checks. We take it all. But there's a lot of things we're not doing lately. So if you're not going out for a movie or a theater or yoga or dinner or buying shoes, what if you gave that money to Chochmat? Then we could do more stuff like this and bring you more offerings. So please consider donating if you're able. And if you want to be a part of this in an ongoing way and really get love and support from the community year round, like I know I have found from Chochmat, please consider membership. There are all kinds of different levels and you get cool benefits. But a big one really is the support of this beautiful, holy community. So without further ado, I will hand it back over to Lior, and then we'll see you all soon if you'd like to hang out for a little Shabbat schmooze.
Thank you, Sherry. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל. By the way, Mike had to run home, so he says Shabbat Shalom to everybody. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל. שבת, שבת שלום, שבת שלום ומבורך עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל. Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom, y'all. So good to see you all. Big blessings. So sweet.
No.
Well, yeah.
Oh.
Hey,
Shabbat Shalom, Neshama. Shabbat Shalom,
Hey,
Don and
Don.
Daphne.
Hey, Tony.
Shabbat Shalom, Olivia.
Hey.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Hey, Sarah.
Janet.
Rose.
Shabbat
Hey,
Shalom.
Janet.
Welcome
Hey,
back.
Carol. Wow,
Shabbat Shalom.
you're all flashing by. It's amazing.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom,
Shabbat
Donna.
Shalom. Hey, Ellen.
Shabbat
Hey,
Shalom.
Hey,
Susan.
Joan. Hey, Peggy.
Hey, Donna.
Sarah PB. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat
Hey.
Shalom.
Hey, Marcy. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Hey, Ronnie. Good Shabbos.
Good Shabbos,
Hey, Andy.
everyone.
Good Shabbos. Hey, Peggy.
Good
Shabbat
Shabbat.
Shalom, y'all.